When a loved one passes away, families are often faced with many important decisions, and one of the biggest questions is usually something around the lines of what happens to the house. Some people are going to want to know if it's automatically inherited. Does it go through probate? Can the property be sold right away? And then there's the follow-up question of what happens to all the stuff in there. So in this video, we're going to talk about what typically happens to a home after somebody passes away in California and what families need to understand when they're navigating this process. So if we haven't met before, my name is Melissa Tierney. I am a realtor here in Santa Barbara, California with Keller Williams Realty. And I'm also a certified Keller Williams real estate planner and senior transition specialist. I feel called to this profession because after I downsized my grandmother and helped shepherd her into her retirement journey, just kept having the same conversations with people over and over again, and really became obvious to me that my role in this world is to work with seniors and their families and trustees to help navigate real estate decisions during major life transitions. And that includes, but certainly not limited to, downsizing, estate property sales, and trust real estate situations. So in the previous video, we talked about how trust and real estate really work together and how many homes in California are placed in living trusts as part of estate planning. By the way, if this video in any way, shape, or form helps to clarify what happens to a home after somebody passes away, please give us a thumbs up and feel free to leave a comment below if you've ever helped a parent or family member navigate this process. Your questions often inspire future videos on this channel, by the way. So for many families, the home is one of the most valuable assets somebody owns, especially here in Santa Barbara, where the median sales price is right around the 2 million mark for an entry-level house. So when a homeowner passes away, the property often becomes part of an estate that must be transferred to heirs or beneficiaries. And in Santa Barbara, where many homes have been owned for decades, these properties often carry both financial and emotional value and history and value. Family members may suddenly find themselves responsible for deciding what to do with a property that has been part of their family for generations. And understanding how this process works can help families to navigate these decisions with much greater clarity. So what happens to the home often depends on how the property was owned. If the property was placed into a living trust, the transition may be relatively straightforward. The trustee named in the trust becomes responsible for managing the property according to the instructions as outlined in the trust document. The trustee may then decide whether the property will be transferred to beneficiaries or sold. And if the property was not placed into a trust, the estate may go through the probate process. Probate is a court-supervised process that handles the distribution of assets after somebody passes away. And because probate can take time and often a lot of money, families often work with attorneys to navigate the legal steps involved with that. So when it comes to selling an inherited property, many families eventually decide to sell the property. And this decision can occur for several reasons. Sometimes the heirs live in different cities and do not plan to move into the home. Other times the property may require maintenance or repairs that the family prefers not to manage. Selling that property also allows the estate to distribute the proceeds according to the estate plan. But because these situations often involve multiple family members, communication and planning can play an important role, it does play an important role in helping the process move smoothly. So selling a family home can be an emotional experience. The property may hold decades of memories for children, grandchildren, and extended family members, but at the same time, families will need to make practical decisions about what happens next. And because of this, many estate property sales involve both financial considerations and emotional transitions for the family members involved. And working with what I call the power team of four, the attorney, CPA, financial planner, and family real estate planner, working with that power team of four really helps families to approach these decisions with much greater confidence. So real estate actually is one of the most significant assets within an estate, especially here with our price points where they're at. Because of this, real estate professionals frequently work alongside what I call the power team of four within that power team of four. So the attorney and estate planning attorney, trustees, and financial advisors with whom the families are navigating these estate property decisions, and understanding how the real estate process fits into that broader estate process helps families to holistically manage these transitions with less stress. So if your family is navigating what to do with a home after a loved one passes away, understanding that process as well as how that affects people's cost basis, which I have another video on, also helps people to make thoughtful decisions during that difficult time. And by the way, on my website, I have a document called the 21 Responsibilities of Trustees. You're welcome to pop over there and grab it. So in the next video, we'll talk about the great wealth transfer that's happening right now and how real estate plays a role in generational wealth for many families. And if this video helped you to be clearer on what happens to a home after somebody passes away, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below with any questions that you may have about the real estate decision-making process. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.